Hi everybody, it's Rose from Coal Creek Dog Training. This video will show you a little bit of tips on how to do leash walking with multiple dogs. The most important thing with leash walking is to keep your dog calm. It's not really about the tool that you're using, it's about the attitude that the dog is feeling. If your dog is calm, everything will work out just fine. This is especially important when you're working in a group. The energy of one dog will affect the whole pack. In this video series, you'll see the dogs are on different types of collars, leashes, and so on. And as I said, it really doesn't matter that much what type of tool you need. And you notice how I'm keeping all of the dogs calm. My guys don't normally walk on a leash. They're usually free, off-leash, excellent recall dogs. And the little dog you see here walking with my little helper, Ayla, is actually my 2-year-old Dutch Shepherd, who's super high energy and intensity, but she's following the calm lead of the group. This is how we start out teaching the group leash walking skills. We start with them being calm, as I said, and handling all the leashes is often the hardest part. It's best to have similar leashes that you can carabiner the handles together. That way you have one central point to hold on to. It's really important that you're able to send a signal down the line to any of the dogs who are pushing or lagging by doing a gentle bumping, tapping on the leash itself. You don't want to affect the whole group, just that one particular dog. Also, this is actually what we call loose leash walking. This is the dog just following along at your side without pulling. This is not focused competitive heeling, of course. And when I go to turn, I give the dogs a command, let's go, before I turn. I want them to know what we're going to be doing in a few seconds. It's like putting on a blinker so they get a heads up and can start getting ready to follow me. You'll notice here coming up that the one dog starts to push ahead in the group. What I do is pause a bit and give that leash, that one individual leash, a bump and say her name and tell her no. And you'll see how everyone pauses and pays attention. This is really important because even though I'm affecting one dog, it's actually transferring across the group to all the dogs. And you'll notice that my young Dutch Shepherd there starts to lag behind because she can feel some stress in the moment. Corrections always cause stress. We also want to make sure that we use some positive reinforcement and encouragement with them, and also some treats and things as well. You'll see me stop and pause with them from time to time to allow different dogs to catch up. And here, even though one dog is walking out ahead, the group is staying with me. This is a really interesting concept because many times if you have multiple dogs and split them up, the dog walking behind will really push to catch up with the others. Here's another series where one of the dogs is walking behind with my little helper, and you can see that they still stick with her reasonably well, even though they'd like to catch up to the group. They're still following her lead. Here I encourage them all to catch up with me so that we can move as a group. Even with the distractions of the police coming in for a picnic in the park, they really didn't pay much attention to them. And again, as we go to turn, I'm going to give them a heads up and tell them what we're going to be doing, and then they'll follow us. It's like putting on your blinker. So this is the end result. These dogs are actually never on a leash, and I think they did pretty amazing. They're off-leash country dogs with amazing recall. By paying attention and coming when called, that's really their thing. But with a little practice and calmness, they can even do leash walking too, including Vera. So this upcoming video series is at the Park City Mall in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, USA. And we got out of the car, all dogs are calm, and I set up the leash system and we're ready to walk and go. You'll notice here at the very end when I bring them in to step up and turn off the video that I have them all be really calm and they're relaxed and they do their downs. Training like this does take practice, of course. Each of these individual dogs has an understanding of the command down and how to hold it until they're released with their phrase all done. You'll notice how we keep the energy calm again. And there you can see a nice close-up of that bunched up thing with all the leashes together. Like I said, a carabiner makes that much easier to manage. Hope you enjoyed the video. Practice walking with your dogs individually first, teach them the skills they need to succeed, and then take them out in their groups together like this. Use lots of treats and reinforcement, and you'll do a great job too.